The most dangerous person at your table isn't your enemy. It's the person who makes you feel safe enough to be yourself. Your biology is wired to seek validation, and that is exactly how you are being harvested. You are a predictable data point in a world of social engineers. I'm going to show you how to hijack their nervous systems using the law of rhythmic entrainment. We're going to turn your personality into a weapon of extraction that they'll never see coming until you already have the keys to their kingdom. You are currently being harvested. Every time you walk into a boardroom, every time you sit across from a friend at dinner, every time you exchange a sincere look with a partner, you are leaking. You think you are communicating. In reality, you are providing free intelligence to the social algorithms around you. You are an open book written in a language that every predator in your circle has already learned to read. You feel that slight friction, don't you? That sense that despite your hard work, someone else always seems to have the upper hand. They know when to push you. They know when to go silent. They know your next move before you've even finished thinking it. You aren't losing because you're less capable. You're losing because you are visible. And in the digital dark age of 2026, visibility is a death sentence. Most people believe that to be real is the ultimate virtue. They wear their hearts on their sleeves, their intentions on their faces, and their vulnerabilities in their status updates. They call it authenticity. Machiavelli would call it suicide. By the end of this surgical session, the version of you that expresses yourself will be dead. In its place, we will install the architect's mirror. You will learn to become a void, a social chameleon that reflects everything and reveals nothing. You will stop being the person people talk about, and start being the mirror they talk into until they've handed you the keys to their own destruction. But I must ask you, when the mask becomes your skin, will you have the stomach to look at what's left in the mirror? Or are you too addicted to the warmth of being known? The herd is raised on a diet of radical candor and emotional intelligence. You are told that to build trust, you must be vulnerable. This is the slave morality that Carl Jung warned us about, a system of control designed by those at the top to ensure the people at the bottom are predictable. If I can make you believe that honesty is a virtue, I have effectively disarmed you. I can see your blade before you even draw it. Think of Machiavelli's Florence. The Borgias didn't survive by being relatable. They survived by being mirrors. When they spoke to the Pope, they reflected piety. When they spoke to the mercenaries, they reflected ruthlessness. They understood that the self is a liability. In the modern matrix, this deception has gone digital. The algorithms are the ultimate chameleons. They don't tell you what they want. They mirror your own desires back to you until you are enslaved by your own image. You think you are discovering new content, but you are just trapped in a hole of mirrors designed to extract your time and your data. The herd views a social chameleon as a fake, a person without a soul. They are wrong. The chameleon is the only one who is truly free. Because when you own no identity, no one can cage you. When you mirror the person across from you, they don't see a rival. They see a reflection of their own ego. And nothing, absolutely nothing, makes a human being more talkative, more reckless, and more prone to leaking secrets than the sight of their own ego being validated. The real you is a prison. The mirror is a throne. To operate in the high-stakes environments of 2026, You must move beyond imitation and enter the realm of extraction. These are the 3 laws of asymmetric mirroring. Law I, the law of rhythmic entrainment. Most amateurs try to mirror words. The architect mirrors physiology. Human beings are biological machines governed by rhythms. If you want to bypass someone's logical defenses, you must synchronize with their nervous system. In a negotiation, do not listen to their arguments, listen to their breath. If they breathe shallow and fast, you match it. If they lean back and cross their legs, wait 7 seconds, then do the same. This creates a biological loop. Their brain subconsciously categorizes you as same, safe. Once the loop is closed, you don't even have to ask questions. You simply stop mirroring for a second, create a deliberate dissonance, and their subconscious will rush to fill the silence with information just to regain the comfort of the sync. Law 2, the law of the shadow echo. Every person you meet is desperately trying to hide their shadow, their greed, their insecurity, their repressed ambition. The nice guy advice says to ignore these traits. The architect's protocol says to echo them. When you sense a hidden resentment in a colleague or a secret greed in a partner, do not judge it. Reflect it. Give them a safe version of their own darkness. Say, I've noticed how the system tends to overlook people with your specific drive. You aren't being a friend. You are becoming a confessional. When they see their shadow reflected in you without judgment, the floodgates open. They will tell you things they haven't even told their therapists. This is not bonding. This is intelligence gathering. Law 3, the law of the tactical void. The greatest mistake of the chameleon is becoming too visible as the reflection. You must remain a void. After you have mirrored them into a state of total comfort, you must practice strategic withdrawal. In 2026, everyone is addicted to the ping, the instant reply, the digital validation. When you go silent, when the mirror goes dark, you create a vacuum of meaning. They will begin to project their own fears into that vacuum. They will think, did I say too much? Do they know? To fix the anxiety, they will offer more leverage, more clarity, more secrets. How do you know when you've won? When they leave the interaction feeling like they've found a soulmate, while you leave with a dossier on their weaknesses. There is a reason the 1% are often described as cold. It is not a choice, it is a consequence. When you master Machiavelli's mirror, you will lose the ability to enjoy normal social interaction. You will look at a group of friends laughing and you won't see connection. You will see a messy, inefficient exchange of ego validation. You will see the strings on every puppet. You will see the shadow behind every smile. Isolation is the tax you pay for sovereignty. You will be feared, not because you are loud or aggressive, but because you are unreadable. People are terrified of what they cannot categorize. When they realize they don't actually know who you are, only the version of them you've reflected, they will feel a chill. The mediocre will call you manipulative. They will say you lack humanity. What they mean is that you are no longer a resource they can harvest. You have become an apex predator in a world of prey. You will sit in the most crowded rooms and feel entirely, surgically alone. But ask yourself, is the love of the herd based on a lie and sustained by mediocrity worth the price of your power? Or would you rather walk the void as a king than live in the hall of mirrors as a slave? The protocol has been laid out. The incision is made. Tomorrow, You will walk into the world. You will have a choice. You can be the authentic man, the one who bleeds information, the one who is predictable, the one who is used. Or you can be the architect. You can go silent. You can watch the breath. You can reflect the shadow. Most of you watching this will do nothing. You will feel a spark of power for 20 minutes, then you will go back to your authentic life of quiet desperation. You will scroll, you will leak, and you will remain food for the system. That is fine. The system needs sheep to function. But for the outliers, the ones who have already felt the shift in the air, the door to the inner circle is open. Behind the join button, we don't discuss tips. We provide the uncensored weapons of psychological warfare that the algorithm is designed to suppress. If you aren't ready to lose yourself to find your power, stay in the light. If you are ready for the void, step through.